What is up, guys? I want to say thank you for checking out another one of my videos. Make sure you give it a little like. You just click that little like button real quick. Takes 1 second. You subscribe if you haven't. And you hit that pesky little notification bell so that way you know when I post new videos. So I have an interesting topic. I'm going to be focusing on the first in a series, or the first release into a new series. And anyone that watches my videos knows that I do a little bit of coin flipping, and I've touched on the subject several times in other videos. And I've actually touched on the first in the series in a couple of videos, but I'm really going to focus in on it on this video. So, just so you know, I'm not a professional coin flipper. I have been burned in the past. But what I've noticed over the years is that the first release is usually the one, if any of them are going to appreciate at all, it's usually the first one that is released. And I'm going to tell you a couple things to look for. And in order for this to work, you need two different things. You need patience and you need timing. And those two things take a little bit of experience, and over time you'll get the hang of it. But like I said, all the coins here are all first release. They each have kind of like their own little story. And I'm going to go over them one by one and kind of tell you a little bit of my experiences. So I don't buy 20 at a time like a lot of these guys do. They buy a full roll and then they flip them 2 or 3 years down the road. I buy a couple and it helps fund my stack a little bit. Make a couple extra bucks every 2 to 3 years. Now, if you're doing this on a consistent basis, you're always going to have coins to flip. So it takes a little bit of time to really get it in the swing of things. So a couple of the things that you want to look for, and this is the part where patience really takes, is really important, is, for example, this Spider-Man coin. What happens is you need to wait, and this is where the patience comes in. So you need to wait until all the online retailers are sold out. So if Bold, Amex, JM, all those guys are still selling these coins on their website, that means they haven't reached the secondary market just yet. They're not only on the secondary market. And what I mean by secondary market is they're not easily found anymore through all the retailers that we all know. You would have to buy through eBay, you'd have to buy privately, so on and so forth. Once it hits that secondary market is usually when these coins appreciate. So, for example, this South Korean tiger, we have the second one that's about to be released. Most likely, this one's going to go up in value, but we won't know the true value of this first release until these are sold out. So right now, if you go on Bold, you can still buy these South Korean tiger coins. So we won't know the true value until those are all gone and it's only on the secondary market. Another thing I've noticed, once the second in the series comes out, the first one kind of flies off the shelf. And it has a little bit to do with the fact that the second one's been released, and also that people are trying to catch up in the series before it hits that secondary market. So they kind of like fly off. And also, they won't have as many in stock by the time the second one is released. So then I have this Krugerrand. This is a 2017 Krugerrand. And I actually bought this not with the intention of flipping, but actually as a commemorative thing. I have the 1/10 ounce gold Krugerrand, and I just like the design. It was the first year they did the silver version bullion coin. And this one came with, and you can see it right there, it's the 30th anniversary or the 50th anniversary. This one came with a pouch. It came with a certificate of authenticity that literally said 1 out of a million. So there was a huge amount of these minted, and yet they still managed to appreciate just a little bit. I ended up buying this one for about 30 bucks. Actually, it might have even been $28. And now they're about in the 30, 32 range, 33 range, in that price range right there. So they appreciated a little bit. And like I said, there's going to be cases where they only appreciate a few dollars. And there's going to be cases where they actually appreciate double the value or triple the value in some cases. So then I have this Germania. This is the first year release of the Germanias. These have gained massive popularity because they do the space blue coins from that mint. They did a space red version of this Germania that was insanely popular and is very expensive now. So the popularity of a coin matters a lot too. So these are very popular and these have appreciated. I bought this for about $30 when they first came out. Now it's very difficult to find it under 40. And this one is another one that has doubled in value basically. This one I bought for $22. It's now worth $40. And like I said, you can't find this on Bold and all those. So you can only buy this from a secondary market. So in order to really understand what you're doing in coin flipping in itself, you kind of understand how it works. So I'm going to give you an example. Let's say somebody sees the Deadpool version of, the Deadpool release of this Marvel series, and they happen to be a Deadpool fan. So they buy the the coin, and then all of a sudden they realize there's more to the series. And they're like, you know what? I kind of want to buy all of the Marvel coins. So what they end up doing is going backwards a few years in order to catch up in the series. And those are the people that are going to end up buying the Spider-Man and the Thor and all the other previous released Marvel coins. And those are basically the people you're going to sell to. So that's how that works. And like I said, you can't find them on Bold or Amex or anything like that. So you're only going to be able to buy them privately. And at that point, the secondary market is making up these prices for these coins. And pretty much whatever they're selling it for, if you want to complete your series, that's pretty much it, unless you negotiate. We have the Silver Seahorse here. They're about to release the second in the series for this too. So once again, just like the South Korean Tiger, we won't know the true value until that one is released and these are fully sold out. Now, another thing I've noticed is tigers and dragons. If coins have tigers or dragons on them, there's a strong possibility they're going to be very popular. That's just the way it's been. That's what I've noticed. Everybody likes coins with tigers and dragons on them. So those are usually good buys. And another point I want to make is, for example, this Spider-Man here. Sometimes I only buy the first in the series. And anyone that attends my Monday night auction knows I've sold a bunch of the first in the series. And I won't have the second or the third in the series. And I'll only auction off that first in the series. And that's because I literally bought that with no intention of continuing the series. So if you want to not even continue the series or kind of feel it out and see how it's going, which I'm going to give you an example of why you would want to do that, then at least buy the first in the series. That way you already have the most expensive coin, because that one will eventually be the most expensive coin. So this is the Rwanda Rooster. I've mentioned this in another video too. So this is the first year they're doing this. The Lunar series is popular. Their wildlife series that they do is insanely popular. Those coins carry a heavy premium. And also their nautical series is actually starting to gain some popularity too. So I ended up buying this one, and I'm going to continue doing it. If you complete the series over 12 years, that's how long it's going to take for it to be complete. You can sell them as a set, and they'll be worth a lot of money. But this one has already appreciated in value. This one's gone up a couple dollars. And this one will probably go up a little bit slower because there is going to be 12 releases. It's going to be a long series. So it's going to take a little longer to appreciate. But like I said, it's already started. So then we have this bad boy right here. So this is the first in the series for the Chiwoo Cheonwang series for the South Korean coins. And when these first came out, I guess nobody really knew how they were going to do. And they ended up being really popular, as you guys know. Everyone buys, a lot of people buy these South Korean coins. So this coin was on sale for $30. I actually waited, which is something I don't do because, like I said, I usually buy the first in the series. And I ended up getting this for about $60, which is a lot of money. But right now, you could only find them for about $85. That is the cheapest I've seen. So even though I came in really late into the game, I took a chance. It's about $85. So if I really wanted to, I could sell it for maybe 80 bucks, just kind of undercut. You always want to undercut whoever's selling the highest, just so you could sell your coin. As long as you make money, it doesn't matter if you take a little bit off the top. You know, if it's going for 85, you sell for 80. So that's pretty much it. Even if you have no intention to continue in the series, take a chance and buy the first in the series. If you want to get your feet wet into coin flipping, good buys are usually these first in the series. And it's an educated buy. I would buy a couple. And like I said, I've been burned in the past, but nothing too serious. I mean, it's silver. And regardless, you'll at least get the silver content worth out of it. And the premium, so example, let's say this one was $28 and it ends up not appreciating and it might end up going down in value. You could still get at least 22, 23 bucks. So you might lose a little bit. And then I mentioned timing. So that was all mostly about the patience, waiting for the coins to be sold out on the online retailers that we all know and hitting that secondary market. So that way you know exactly how much it's worth. And that's when you would, either sell or wait. So this is the timing part. You don't want to wait too long because basically what happens is these coins kind of get relegated and they become standard bullion. People forget about the series and that's it. Like the hype's over that series and you just lost your chance to sell and turn around and flip. So for example, these seahorses, I don't know how long the series is going to be, but that would be an example of a series you don't really want to sit on. You kind of want to flip that quick because from what I'm seeing at least, they're not insanely popular. So one, this coin's probably not going to go up in value too much. And two, you don't want to wait that long. Now, I firmly believe these Korean coins, these tigers, are going to go up in value. And, you could wait longer. If you see they're popular, you can wait longer. And sometimes I don't even sell them. Sometimes I just hold them. And that's it. I'm just going to hold them. Maybe long time down the road, sell them, give them to my kids, whatever the plan is. But you could do either one if the series is popular enough. So I hope this video helps you guys. This is a little introductory video to coin flipping and what I think about the first in the series. 9 times out of 10, the first release in any series will go up in value. It's low risk. These are, heavy premium coins, but they're not insanely priced like those high relief 2-ounce coins that you see. So if you want, take a chance and buy a couple of the first in the series and see what happens. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Hope this helped you out. Make sure you like the video and you leave a comment if you have any questions or if you want to add anything. And I will talk to you guys later.